What's up, guys? God's Lead back with another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about this week's weekly update from Bungie. Now, there's actually a good bit of material this week, unlike some previous weeks. Let's go ahead and dive into it. So basically, it talks about, what's the biggest question in the Destiny player experience. And this is true, and it's only 2 words. What's next? And for me, it really does encompass everything that I see in Destiny, because the content they create for us is great. It's fantastic. But once you complete it, you do have this, in the back of your mind, you're like, okay, what do we do now? Now that we've killed Oryx, now that we've killed Atheon and Crota and all of these bosses and Axis and Siva, what's next for Destiny? Is it going to be Destiny 2? Are we getting another update? Is there going to be a huge content drought? We kind of get a few answers today that will kind of tell us a little bit about what's going to go on. So first, just to clear up, I made a video a while back talking about we might have Crimson Days. They have canceled Crimson Days, they didn't cancel it. It was never going to be. It will not be making a return this year. It was a lot of fun, but for a lot of people, I know they really didn't like it. So as far as content goes, if they're going to focus on making something amazing for us in the spring, kind of like the last April update, and they want to forego Crimson Doubles to do that, I'm totally fine with that. But moving on from Crimson Doubles, one thing that they mentioned was, since they're canceling Crimson Doubles because they want to spend their time elsewhere, they have a new update coming to us from the live team. It's just they don't want to talk about it yet. And of course, that's the natural theme from Bungie whenever they want to talk about updates and what's next. So they said that, in the future, they'll have a stream where they're going to explain what's going on, and it will come sometime this spring, but they're not ready to quite talk about it yet. Now, I know you're like, hey man, you talk about spring, the title says spring update, and that's true. We don't know what it is yet, but at least he's mentioning it. Normally we get the whole, there's nothing to talk about, but at least he has just told us that there will be a spring event that happens. We don't know what it is, but we're going to get something. So it's not going to be like the Crimson Days where we didn't know and now we know it's not going to happen. We know that sometime this spring, and spring is finite. We're going to get to summer pretty quick after spring. So if it's spring, we're going to get something in spring, which is not far away. So I'm excited. I hope it's going to be a large enough update that will get us to Destiny 2. But we'll just have to wait and see. Moving on from that, though, we actually have a really cool thing coming that I think is going to be quite a lot of fun. And maybe I can tweet it, Deej or somebody, and maybe they'll put me on the roster or something like that. But this next part is called Bungie Bounty Days. And they've actually talked about this before, but this week they've kind of got the whole roster out there and everything else. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So basically what this means is each week they're going to put a bounty on someone. And for the first, month, let's see, how long is it? For the first month or two? Yeah, it goes into February. So for the next month and a half or so, every week, or actually no, it's more like every day, I guess, 13, 16, 17, yeah. So every day you're going to have someone playing Crucible, and if you kill them, I'm assuming you're going to be able to get, what is it called? I can't remember what the emblem's called. It might be a new kind of emblem, but I know you're going to be able to get something from it. And I think it's going to be really cool. So each day, millions of people, if you're still playing Destiny, you have the opportunity to get in there and play with a streamer or a YouTuber or someone that plays Destiny and makes content for it. Most of these are probably going to be Twitch streamers. I don't really see a whole lot. Some of these names I'm not very familiar with. But, Dado, he does do a lot of stuff on YouTube compared to some others, but he does do Twitch. But then you've got, Professor Broman, Tearex, Gothalion, all of them. They do a lot of Twitch. You've got Bife and them. They do some stuff on YouTube more than they would on Twitch in most cases as far as their main content, I believe. But I think it's a good mix. And then at the very bottom here, it says, we know what you're thinking. What about blank? Once this first roster ends on February 10th, they're going to have people, I guess, kind of like me. I remember seeing a tweet from Diet Cola. He tweeted at Deej, hey, get me into the thing. So it would be so cool if we could actually be a part of this. I think it would be great if maybe they reached out to some smaller YouTubers. Actually, no, I'm just being selfish. I just would love to do it. I think it would be a lot of fun. But we'll just have to wait and see. I think that's going to be a really cool thing. And if it's a daily thing, that could really bring back a lot of people. It's not like you're having a content update, but you have a new person every single day that you can try to play against and find in the multiplayer world in PvP and get something out of it. So I think that's really cool. I think it's going to bring some people back. It may not bring a ton of people back, but at least a few. So as far as that goes, that's pretty much it that they really talked about this week. They talked about, if you get banned or restricted, there's some things that you can do to kind of contact them or see what's going on, and you can read the rest of the article for that. And then, of course, they got the movie of the week and all that other stuff. And they're still being pretty, vague about what's going to be going on pretty soon. But, hey, here's what we have to look forward to. We have a spring event coming. We don't know what it is, but we're going to get something, and that's better than nothing, in my opinion. We've been doing this for 3 years now. And so many times, I've been let down by Bungie quite a few times. But I've also been overwhelmed by how well they've done. So, for me, I really don't know what's going to happen. The spring update is going to be a huge success, or it's not. It's going to be one or the other. So, I choose to view it as a success. I hope that you will join me and do the same. But if not, you're entitled to your own opinion. That's the beautiful thing about it. So we have to wait and see. Let me know in the comments below, are you excited about Bungie Bounty Days? If you're not a normal player and you're just seeing this, is it going to bring you back? Is it going to intrigue you enough to jump back into the game? And for those of you, wanting that spring update, is the fact that Crimson Double's being sacrificed for a better spring update, is that a good thing? I think that it is a good thing because Crimson Doubles was a really small thing. It wasn't really that huge. I enjoyed it just because it was something new and different, but it was not that big. It wasn't that game busting for me. So let me know in the comments below what you think. Make sure you like the video, guys. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Destiny content coming out. I just got a new job, so I am a little... I'm not able to play as much as I used to, but I'm still trying to get the content out to you guys. That's pretty much it. Follow me on Twitter at @IamGodsElite. Check out my second channel, Gods Elite 2, in the description. Clash of Clans, Boom Beach, Call of Duty. We're doing Batman walkthrough right now. A Return to Arkham. If you want to check that out, head over there. But that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.